welcome back to our channel. Today we are gonna just do a normal vlog. I just dropped Amara off at daycare, and by the title, you guys will, I don't know, learn, or I'll tell you guys about some experiences that I have with Amara, which I've already told you guys. I'm sure I have. I definitely have expressed to you guys the hardship I have with Amara, and I decided to look further into that, and we are going to go see a behavioral specialist later today and see what's going on. I told you guys months ago, you know, that it's very hard with Amara. She's very, very active. She is just a jumping bean all over the place, but it has not even gotten worse, but it has just become overwhelming, where not only is she just so active, but she is very aggressive. Her attitude is very aggressive. Her anger is very aggressive. Her eating habits, she wants to eat every 5 seconds, literally. She'll ask for something in her mouth while she has something in her hand, eating. Okay, is the light not gonna turn, or do they not see us, or what? Why is the light not changing? But it's been a lot. Not become a lot, it's been a lot. And I didn't know what this meant. I didn't know why or anything like that. But I have been doing some research, and I even actually reached out to her dad's mom. Now, I don't speak to her dad at all. He's never seen her. He has no interest in being a part of her life. Not met her, not anything. This guy said, listen, I'm about to go because he just ran the light. But is it something? It has to be something wrong with the light, because it's not changing. Anyway, so like I was saying, yeah, he has no interest in being a part of her life. He's never met her, never seen her, any of that. So I, from time to time, you know, talk to his mom and kind of keep in touch with his mom. She helps out, you know, a little bit or whatever, and, you know, send money for Christmas and birthday or whatever. I think she sent a gift or two for like some Christmases or whatever. But anyway, I reached out to her and I asked her, you know, have you ever experienced any behavioral issues with, you know, her dad or anything like that? And she just so happens to tell me that I don't want to say he was diagnosed with ADHD. I have to go back to my text messages. But she was basically saying that he had some behavioral issues. And she had to take some steps and some measures to help with, you know, him being so active, and, you know, him having, you know, certain behavioral problems. And I was like, wow. It just really kind of gave me a relief to understand that, okay, this may be a hereditary thing, and I'm not tripping. Because I told you guys in other videos ago, it's hard with my mom. I remember telling you guys, you know, when we first moved here to Texas, Amara was at home. This is during the pandemic, so the daycares and stuff were just kind of opening. I was not comfortable with sending her to any daycares at that time. And then this was a time where my mom still wasn't working because of the pandemic and stuff like that. So she was staying home with my mom. Well, she was staying home, and my mom was watching her while I worked. And it just became so much for my mom. It was so much for me. I had so many breakdowns. Her behavior was so much to handle. And it was just like, I can't do this. Like, I can't do this. So when her dad's mom told me that, it was like, okay, I get it. And maybe I need to look at this in a different way, instead of getting upset and, you know, always fussing with her and, you know, things like that. Don't get me wrong, Amara is smart. Amara is very knowledgeable. She's a funny, you know, quirky little girl. Y'all seen the videos and how she is, and if you follow our TikTok or whatever, you know, I post little things of her. She's just a funny, you know, just live, you know, person, and quirky, and just, you know, so she is definitely, I don't think that it's an issue where I feel like she's delayed or anything like that. I feel like it's just a situation where we have to get her behavior and her excitement and her energy to a minimum, depending on, you know, the situation and the matter. When her dad told me that, when her dad's mom told me that, it was such a relief. And so I started looking more into it, and I decided to talk to her doctor about it. And her doctor, so this is the first time that I heard anything about this and what they feel like it could be with her. I talked to her doctor, went to her pediatrician, told him what I was experiencing and, you know, my concerns, and they were saying that this can be, she definitely seems like she's experiencing some type of behavioral, you know, problem. And they also stated, hold on, I'm at Starbucks. Okay, but anyway, so I went to her pediatrician, and the symptoms that Amara was having, well, I don't know if I should say symptoms, but what I was experiencing with her is increasing appetite, aggressive reactions and behavior. She walks on her tippy toes. She's always walked on her tippy toes. And I never thought anything of it until I started talking to the doctor, and even when I scheduled the appointment with her specialist. But she walks on her tippy toes. She tries to hit people, and it's also been spilling, her behavior has been spilling over into school, her daycare. That's when I really became concerned, when I started getting reports at her daycare. Ever since last year, they have been, and she'll have moments, like she'll have a error where she's okay, she's been doing good, and then she'll have an error where they're now reporting that, you know, she's not behaving, she's not listening, she's hitting the other kids. Granted, the other kids, you know, could be hitting her and participating in the situation, so it's not just her. But I'm like, okay, listen, like we don't mess up in school, right? We can do what we need to do at home, but we're not gonna sit here out in public and be messing with, you know, messing up in school and, you know, all that stuff. Because it got to a point where one of her teachers was telling me that, you know, if she continues to behave like that, you know, she could be written up, and if it's so many reports that they get, you know, it can escalate to possibly removing the child. And I'm like, oh no, we can't get kicked out of no daycare, girl. You, at that time, she was like only 3. Like, no. So, I was like, okay, we need to figure out what's going on. So anyway, increasing appetite. Literally, she wants to eat. And this is probably my fault as well. But Amara is a little thick for her age. Amara is, they didn't say she was like overweight, but I think she weighs a little bit more than what she should at 4. And she's a big girl. Like, a lot of people are like, you 4? You look like you about 5 or 6. They do say that her doctor did say she is tall for her age, but a lot of people think Amara is older than what she looks like. But anyway, so she walks on her tippy toes, increasing appetite. She's very aggressive in her anger. When you tell her no, she falls out on the floor, have a temper tantrum. Sometimes she wants to hit. She does this shaking. That's how I knew it was a problem. When she started doing this whole, you know, and all that, I knew it was more than what it is. And I do understand that toddlers have temper tantrums, toddlers have moments. I get that. But as a mom, you know the difference between, okay, she just having a toddler moment versus, okay, there's something else going on. There was, you know, the conversation of Amara, she is potty trained as far as number 1, but number 2, she will not do a number 2 in the toilet. I have done many different things that I could do to get her to potty in the toilet. And to do number 2 in the toilet, and she doesn't. She won't. Hold on. Yeah, I was becoming overwhelmed. Like, I had a couple breakdowns. I was just so overwhelmed because I'm like, I don't know how to, what is this? Like, I can't, I'm already stressed out with everything that's going on with what I have to deal with, you know, and then on top of having to, because literally, even still to this day, Amara would come home, it's like a tornado that comes through the door. When I drop her off at daycare about 7:30ish or so, right? and I go home, we work, everything's calm. This is when Josiah was still in school. You know, the kids are in school, so we all at home working. It's calm, it's quiet. My mind is at peace. That's the only time that my mind is literally at peace, when my kids are gone. And I was just like, you know, it's so calming, it's so peaceful. It's, you know, whoo, that 6 o'clock, 6:30 when she comes in the door, it's like a tornado. And my anxiety and my patience run thin. My anxiety shoots through the roof. My nerves are shattered because here this tornado come, and I know she about to give me hell until she go to bed. Literally, she is just a lot until she lays down. I fuss with her at night with going to sleep because she don't want to. Okay, so Amara doesn't sleep with me per se. She doesn't. When she was a baby, I didn't do that whole sleeping in the bed with me. Amara has always had her own crib. She's always had her own bed. She only slept with me if there was moments where it was just she would not go to sleep in her bed. I would keep putting her back in her bed. I would force that she has to stay in her bed, and it was to the point where it was taking hours to put her to sleep. So I'd be like, okay, forget it. But other than that, I enforce her to stay in her bed. I try to read her a book. I try to talk to her, you know, to go to sleep. All that stuff, okay? And it just it's just sometimes it is a task to get her to stay in her bed. So we fuss with that at night. You know, I don't want to go to bed. I want to sleep with you. And now that she has her own room, it's like on and off. She's been doing, one day she'll be good. She'll go to sleep. She cries herself to sleep. I let her cry herself to sleep. She go to sleep. Then there'll be nights where she like, okay, no, I'm not going to cry myself to sleep. Like, you gonna hit me, girl. And just have a whole, you know, meltdown about going to sleep in her bed. I don't want to go in my room. And I didn't buy her night lights. I didn't buy her. That's why I changed her whole room setting to Frozen, because she was like, I want Frozen. I'm like, okay. So I changed her whole bedding to something that she was comfortable. Then I was okay. Maybe I can get like a little canopy. You guys see the canopy she has to make her feel comfortable, make her feel more enclosed. That sometimes don't work. Then, you know, I had the night lights and everything. That still don't work. Now, which you guys will see, I'm gonna start recording. I'm gonna start doing her room this weekend, which is gonna be probably tomorrow, Saturday. But my son put LED lights in her room, so I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be perfect for like a night light. And so she still ain't trying to hear that. She's still not trying to hear that. So it's just like, girl, I don't know what you want from me. I really don't. I don't know how this is going to make it better. I don't know what you want, girl. Like, I don't. So it's a hassle. And so when she comes home, soon as she comes home, I've created a whole chart for her on the refrigerator. When we come home, this is what we need to do. This is, you know, we come home, take our shoes off, our coats or whatever. We take our bath, we eat our breakfast, we can have playtime. Then it's time to go night time. Like I try to do all of that to make it simple and be organized and structured. She ain't trying to hear none of that. And so she comes home, I tell her to do something. I didn't do it. No, I didn't. Ooh, I'm on a curb. I am on a curb, Lord. I am on a curb. I don't want to. Fussing, crying. I don't want to. And the frustrating thing is, okay, clearly, you know, I am a black mother, all right, and I was raised by a black mother. We didn't do all that talking back as far as, I don't want to. No, I don't. Excuse me. Now, maybe other ethnicities, if you know what I mean, did all that. But in a black household, you ain't finna sit here and tell your mother, mommy, no, I don't want to. No, I'm not gonna do it. It took everything in me to be like, so you trying to be disrespectful at 4? Oh, so you trying me. And that's the difficult part for me, is understanding that Simone, it's not that she's literally trying to be disrespectful. I am just messing up this curb. It's me trying to understand that, listen, there could be a serious underlying issue with her that you have to understand. It's not her being disrespectful. It's something else going on that we got to address. And I'm trying to not be upset. I've done better, okay? Because listen, I'm a yeller, all right? And I know I'm not the only one, okay? But I'm a yeller. It's kind of hereditary. But I'm trying to work on not being a yeller, okay? And so I have implemented, you know, things that I learned from my little sister. She's a lot more, she's 100% more patient with Amara than any of us, okay? And so I try to implement things, you know, where I try to tell her, you know, I'm not going to listen to you if you're talking like that. I'm not going to, I don't respond to that behavior. When you calm down, let me, we can talk. You know, I try to implement those things to her, so that she understands that what she's doing is wrong. We do the corner or whatever, you know, sit in the corner, timeout, stuff like that. But sometimes, a lot of times, it still doesn't work. She still, you know, acts the same way that, you know, she acts. So it's just like, it's so overwhelming. What is in my eye? What is going on? At the end of the day, this is your baby. You love her. You have to find some kind of patience with her, and you also have to find the resolution to this. We are not doing no medications. I'm saying that flat out, and I will absolutely let her specialist know today at her appointment. We're not doing no medications. So they're supposed to, this is going to be her first appointment today. It's going to be her first appointment, and she is going to, you know, just talk to Amara, kind of evaluate her. The lady said there is going to be some testing. Somebody released balloons and stuff like that, but I'm going to let them know flat out, oh, we're not doing no medications. Absolutely not. I don't believe in that. I'm sorry. Listen, if y'all do, to each his own. I don't believe in giving no child, hell, even an adult, medication if it's other things that you can do to fix the resolution. I seen this lady on TikTok. She was like, you know, stop giving your kids these medications. Medications only you know, subside the situation or the problem. It doesn't fix it. So it's just calming down the situation, but you're not fixing it. You know, it's like putting a band-aid over a bloody wound. You're not fixing the, you need to clean it up. You need to nurture it. You need to take care of it. You don't just put a band-aid over something that's gushing out blood. That's not fixing nothing. So anyway, but yeah, so it's just, it's a lot. But, you know, I decided to just like, you know, go ahead and get some help, because it has to be something. Oh, I didn't finish what I was saying. So when I went to her pediatrician, I told her the things that I'm experiencing with her. You know, she was telling me, I don't know if the doctor mentioned this. No, the doctor said that, you know what, this, by you describing what you're saying, it does sound like there may be some behavioral issues or problems there. So they were going to recommend me to a specialist. But it was my sister's friend that was asking, you know, could there be some signs of autism? Like, what did they call it? Not high end, but high active autism, something like that. If there can be some type of ADHD, and or autism. Before I talked to her pediatrician, I was looking up ADHD and the symptoms that they were saying Amara had, and I was like, oh my God, she could have ADHD. And that's when I brought it to her pediatrician, and the pediatrician also said, okay, maybe she could be having those signs. Let's go ahead and, you know, have her see a specialist. And then when her friend, my sister's friend, was kind of mentioning that, I'm like, okay, this is about the second time I heard this. Like, could this be possible? And then I was scrolling on TikTok, that damn TikTok, okay? And I was just scrolling regularly, and I was seeing videos of people talking about kids with autism and ADHD, and I'm like, is this a sign? Because my normal content that I see on my TikToks is not, it's a variation of things, but it definitely has not been any conversations about ADHD or autism. So it's just really ironic that I'm starting to see content about that in this time. So to be honest with you, giving all that, I really do think that she has those diagnoses or whatever. Meaning, I do think there's either some type of ADHD or some type of high active autism. And when they mention the word autism, the only kind of autism that I know of and that I've seen is where, you know, they're mentally delayed a little bit. I don't want to say like slow active, but you know, slow active, mentally delayed a little bit, and things like that. That's the only kind of autism I've seen. I didn't know there was a such thing as a high active autism. I may be saying it wrong, but I hope you guys know what I'm saying, because there's where and they call it, you know, on the spectrum, you know, type of thing. So there's where, and I don't know anything about this. I'm just putting things together, but if this is the case, obviously I have to really learn more about it. But the only thing I really barely know is there's the slower side. I don't want to say slower side, but the lower active autism, meaning, and just bear with me, I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, meaning where they show a lot of delayed mentally, and just their motion and action a little bit delayed and a little bit slower than normal. Then there's the high active where Amara, she's like, ugh, and you know, she's all over the place, but she's very smart. She still, you know, she knows her, you know, things in school. She learns, you know, it's crazy because yesterday she was talking to me, and even today, but yesterday she was talking to me, and she said she was talking to me in a complete sentence. She talks in sentences. She has a conversation. She knows what she's saying. She knows how to explain things to you. But it was just like, oh my God, Mama. She was like, she asked me to go to the park, right? And I was like, no, baby, you know, Mommy has to work tonight because I was going to do some overtime. And I was like, you know, Mommy's going to, you know, work or whatever. And so we're not going to go to the park. She was like, and she said this all on her own, and it was so cute to me. She said, well, Mommy, can me and JoJo go to the park by ourselves while you work? But it was just, she put the sentence and the words correctly in order. And I don't know how to explain. Like, she knows how to talk. Trust me, she knows how to talk. She knows how to express herself. That's not an issue of communication. But her level is increasing in her conversation, if that makes sense. And when she said that so clear, I was like, oh my God, baby, you sound so good. And then this morning, she was telling me, she was trying to tell me I had gave her like this little this cup or whatever, has a top or whatever to it, and the cup has a straw. So I was pouring the apple juice and stuff in her cup, and she was like, Mommy, this. She was tapping on the cup. I'm like, what? She was like, this inside. I'm like, what? And she was like, I need this. I'm like, what, Amara? I'm like, what, you want because I didn't feel the juice all the way up to the cup, in the cup. I'm like, well, you want more juice? She's like, no, this. I'm like, Mama, you're not gonna get no more juice. And then she kept pointing into I'm like, what? I don't understand what you're saying. So she was like, it seemed like she was over it. She was like, oh. And so she went over, she untwisted the top of the cup. She came and she pointed inside. She's like, this. I'm like, oh, the straw that goes in the cup. She's like, yes. She's like, I was trying to tell you that. There was a straw that goes in the cup for her for the, you know, the juice to go into the straw, and it sucks up to her to the part that she sucks the juice out of. I didn't realize that it was in the dishwasher, and you know, my son took apart the pieces so they can be individually cleaned. I didn't realize that there was a straw that goes in there. And she was like, I was trying to tell you that. I'm like, oh, baby, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. But the thing is, she knew what this cup needed, and she was trying to tell me. And it was just, she went and she unscrewed it. She was like, okay, what I'm thinking, just follow me. What I'm thinking is, she knew that she couldn't, what she was trying to relay to me, I wasn't understanding. And it wasn't because of her speech or anything. It was just like, I was not understanding what she was trying to say or what she was meaning. But it was like, okay, my mom, she's not understanding what I'm saying. Let me try to do something else. That's when she unscrewed the top, showed me inside for me to understand this is what she's talking about. So I just thought it was just so smart in her thinking and how she did that. I don't know, listen, I'm just talking my life away. It's Friday right now, and I'm actually gonna go to work and do some overtime, but I just wanted to, you know, dive into that and give you guys some information as to, you know, what's going to happen or whatever, and what's been going on with her, and you know, what this video is going to be about. I'm not nervous or anything. I'm not scared. I'm not, you know, afraid they're going to tell me, you know, something's wrong with my daughter. I'm not, actually, to be honest, I'm not any of that. I just want to have some answers to know that I'm not tripping. I don't feel this way just for nothing. Like, something is going on and I need to figure it out. So it's been a couple hours. It's about 2:45. I just got off work and finished my overtime. I'm about to leave the house and drop my son off at his friend's house, and then pick my daughter up and then go to our appointment. Bless you. Oh, I don't think that, oh Lord, I look crazy. I don't think, of course, you know, they're gonna let me record or anything like that. So, of course, I'll tell you guys after we get out, you know, what's been going on and all that stuff. But I gotta go on a time crunch. We, sort of just got out of the appointment. And, from the doctor, yes.
Say for daughter.
Huh?
For daughter.
Oh, the appointment for my daughter. She is something else.
Excuse me. Stop. Be quiet.
But don't tell me to shut up. Not nice. Anyway, so yeah, we just finished and my mind is so discombobulated. The appointment itself was fine. All she did was ask questions. She was just trying to understand. Stop, Mara. She was. You left your ring? Mara, I told you to keep up with it. The doctor was, the specialist was just asking questions and all that. So she didn't like diagnose her or nothing. She was just asking her questions. I was showing her video that I recorded, videos that I was recording. Baby, we're gone. We're not going back to the office. So that's fine. The part that well, the reason why I'm irritated right now is because so they have to do, the next step is to do the actual testing. And so she said that she was going to, you know, I can schedule with one of her nurse practitioners, and the test takes 4 hours. And she said you're not going to just drop her off or whatever. I don't have to stay the full 4 hours. They do want me there for at least like 30 minutes to fill out some paperwork. But my irritation, and it always goes back to this, I promise you, I don't have the availability at work to take that time off. And that's what's frustrating, because she said the next appointment they have is June 29th on a Thursday. They don't have any Fridays. I guess she said that particular nurse practitioner doesn't, I guess she said she writes, so I guess it's like something else that she does on Fridays clinically. So I wasn't able to do Fridays. So thinking back, I'm probably going to call up there. Did he really do that? These people are insane. When the cops need to be around and get these people, they not. So anyway, but what was I saying? Oh, so what I'm probably going to do is call back up there on Monday to see if they have a different nurse practitioner that she can see. Because I can't, I work on Thursdays. But my frustration again is that, what, Amara? Anyway, I was fine going into the appointment. And like I said, the appointment itself was fine. It's just the aftermath of trying to get her to get tested. And I don't have any PTO at all at work. My job is very, very strict when it comes down to requesting off. The times that she said she had was June 29th, which is a Thursday. The next time she had was July 5th. With my job, the end of the month and beginning of the month is very busy. They barely ever want you to take off those days. Unless you have pre-approved PTO, they barely want you to take off, right? I don't have any PTO. I got like an hour left. I still need to go to Georgia and drop my son off and get my car in July. So I'm already pressing to make sure I have enough time for that. I gotta drop my son off so he can go to school. And it's just, it's like, I wish, and it always revert back to this, and I promise you, I just really wish I had the ability to just live life and not have to worry about a job. Because seriously, and I know it sounds crazy, but it's just like, I didn't realize how much working from home is needed with especially single moms. Because when you're trying to, and it also is with Texas. Texas they either don't have Fridays open or weekends available. I've never lived somewhere or heard of any establishments where they're barely open on Fridays or have any availabilities with medical doctors on weekends. At least Saturdays in Illinois, and I told y'all this before, in Illinois, they at least had doctors and nurse practitioners, whether it was dentist, your regular pediatrician, your OBGYN, whatever, your primary care physician. They at least, if you couldn't make it Monday through Friday, they at least had 1 day, maybe 2 days out of the week where it was their late day and they stayed later in the evening, or they had at least worked maybe open for 4 hours. They would close at noon or like 1 o'clock on a Saturday, because people work. So I have to do a lot of my appointments on Fridays. Thank God I have Fridays off. I would love to have Sundays off, but here in Texas, I'm glad my schedule has always been Fridays off, because that's when I do all my appointments. When I tried to call, or yesterday, when I tried to call my dentist, she wants to have, I guess she closed down the whole week of Memorial Week, because she ain't even been open all week. I didn't try to call that lady. They open on, I don't know the specific day and time, but this is her schedule is different every day. It's like, for instance, like a Monday she open from 7 to 4, Tuesday 8 to 5, Wednesday 7 to 1, Friday close. Ma'am, you really working on your own schedule, right? You open when you during your own time, right? They ain't. And she's not a small business. Now I understand small businesses, when they're open, they have their own times because they're a small business, so they open, you know, their own personal times. But ma'am, you are a well-established dentist. Girl, what is going on? I've been trying to reschedule my appointment for the last week. Ma'am, where are you? I understand you Memorial Day you closed, maybe Tuesday. Ma'am, you've been closed all week. It's just Memorial Day, not Christmas week, not Christmas or Thanksgiving week, girl, not New Year's. I never understood how much of a necessity, and I always think back to when it was just me and Josiah, and I was like, how was I able to do all this stuff? How was I able to do all this stuff and work? Like, because it wasn't until the pandemic and until I started working from home, where maybe it's because my daughter is little, she's younger and needs more, I don't know, because now I just feel like it is a necessity for me to be at home. It is a necessity for me to be at home. Like, there's no way I can go back into anybody's office. It's a necessity for me to be at home, because I feel like I can't do, or maybe it's just my strict job. Maybe that's it, because my job is so strict with time. And it really is based upon your manager. And I now have a new manager, so I don't know how she get down. I don't know if she's cool or not. I don't know, like, literally, I just got on her team yesterday. Literally. So it's just like, I don't know. And listen, I know this is more important than anything, making sure my daughter's okay, making sure I get her checked out properly to, you know, I get all that, because it is very important. You know, this is something that could affect her future. I get all of that. This is something that could affect her right now, you know what I'm saying, in daycare and going forward to higher grades, you know, level of, you know. So yes, it's very important. Don't get me wrong. But I have to tread lightly on the things that I do, because I am primarily the sole provider of my children. And now that I am living completely by myself and all bills are upon me, I can't afford to lose no job because I took off time that they wouldn't approve. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I have to make conscious decisions to make sure I'm make sure I'm not in a bind. Nate, I'm in a bind, Nate. Y'all know the line from I hope y'all can hear me this whole time because I just have the air blasting. But that's a line from Set It Off with what's her name? Nia Long. I'm trying not to get, well, let me take that back. I'm trying not to work myself up initially with things. I have to really learn how not to do that. I have to learn how to say, okay, let me just try to figure this out before I completely lose my mind, right? Let me just try to figure this out. Because a lot of times I may, you know, overreact or get upset, and then I was able to fix the issue with no problem. So let me just, you know, let me just calm down and, you know, but it just all reverts back to I need to work for myself, because I will have the freedom to just do whatever it is I need to do to take care of my home, my kids, go to appointments, do this, do that. Don't have to worry about no job calling me or a job fussing with me because I done took this dead time off, and they trying to tell me no, you can't. Like, I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that you as an employer is going to determine if I need to take a day off, and it's a day that it's very important, whether it's a medical thing or not. And a lot of companies, they're like, well, if you don't have the PTO, you can't take off. What? PTO stands for prepare the others, okay? Because I'm not gonna be here. Like, how you gonna tell me no? I got something to do. Call you later, I'll be back tomorrow, maybe. Seriously, I'd be like, these jobs have the audacity, because it's like, you may not have enough PTO. Like, things happen in life. And I've worked for, this is the second job that I've worked for where they write you up if you have to leave. Now, I'm not saying that you know, you go out there and neglect your job and you do what you want to do. You don't talk to your managers and nothing. You just live in life and do what you want to do and decide to come to work when you want to come to work. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying you actually have jobs where, let's say you have to leave early, the school calls you, your child is throwing up, you got to pick them up. I've had a job say, oh, well, can you get somebody else to pick them up, because if you leave, you're going to get a point. I told that woman, I said, I'm about to go. No, I can't get nobody to pick my child up because that's my child. I'm about to go. Legally, you can't even keep your child at school when they're throwing up. Legally, you can't do that. You have to come get them. And so my job is also like this, where if you leave early or you leave late, they're going to write you up. Even if you notify your manager, you let them know. And again, it does depend on the manager, but their base rules is if you leave early, or if you leave early, what is it? If you leave early, if you have to leave early or something like that, or come in late, you're going to get a point, even if you notify your manager. So I might as well not even tell you if you're going to give me a point anyway. What am I telling you for then? Little mama is asleep right now. She tired herself to sleep. Hey guys, all right, so it is the next day. I didn't really do too much yesterday. And I didn't end the vlog or whatever. So I'm gonna end it here because I'm actually gonna start another vlog. I'm actually gonna start the first video on a new playlist. I don't know what the playlist name is gonna be, but I told you guys I wanna create a playlist. Hello. With all the videos that I'm going to be doing to, you know, what is it? The videos are going to be about me, you know, redecorating my house and stuff like that. So the first room I'm going to start with, or have been starting with, is Amara's room. She wants to say hi.
Hello.
You so funny.
You want to say my room, guys?
They're gonna see it in a minute, okay? They're gonna see it in a minute.
Look, guys, look.
They're gonna see all that in the next video, okay? We'll show them in a minute, okay? But anyway, so I feel a little better from yesterday as far as the whole situation.
Is Nanny coming?
No, Nanny's not coming.
Why?
Because she's at her own home.
How about Uncle?
No, he's at his own home. Well, they're at their own home together.
Well, they're not because they're drinking juice.
Can you come get this fry up? This is from you.
Fry?
Yes, it's French fry. And get your
That's not me.
just throw it away and get your chair out of the kitchen. Anyway, I feel better about yesterday. The only thing that was bothering me was just trying to schedule her to get tested because I really want to figure out what's going on. Why not?
Because let's actually do this.
I'm sorry.
Don't do this ever again.
Okay, well you can put it in your room. See, the luxury about her having her own room is all the toys and stuff she want to keep. Take it to your room. It's nowhere in the front room anymore. Not in my room. Take it to your room. But yeah, it was a whole scheduling process that, you know, is stressing me out. So I'm gonna call them on Monday to see if I can get maybe another nurse practitioner to do the testing, because I really want to figure out what's going on. So it's important for me to do this test. But anyway, I'm gonna show you guys some things that I got from Amazon, and then I'm gonna end this video and then start another video. But let me show you. Okay, so it's not a lot of things. It's just like 3 items. I ordered some more stuff, but I gotta actually see when it comes. Anyway, so Amazon, listen, Amazon has made me so lazy because I can literally go up to Walmart up the street and get batteries, but Amazon is just so convenient. And when you have Prime, like sometimes it can come within later on that evening or the next day. Like, and I'm a type of girl, I don't really like to go to the store. I really don't like to go to the store unless I have to. If I don't have to go inside of a store, Walmart, Target, whatever, then I'd rather not. If it can just be dropped off at my home, yes. Anyway, so I've been looking for some house shoes, and I actually have been in the store to look for house shoes, and I could not find any that I liked. So I just said, let me just try Amazon. And I found these cute little like bow tie slippers or whatever, and it was just so cute. It was just so cute. I will put these on my Amazon front store. In case you guys do not know, I do have an Amazon front store. So things that I order or whatever, if you are interested, just let me know and I'll put it on there if it's not on there already. And you can purchase from there. But I got these and I'm excited. Hopefully these fit because your girl got some wide boots, okay? And then I got a bunch of batteries because we go out of batteries like a sale, okay? And my son, with his game and stuff and his controllers, he's always using up all the batteries. And I needed some batteries because I bought some air fresheners for their room. So I was tired of just buying like what is like 8 in a pack or something, and they just go like that. So I just bought a whole stacks of some. And then this is a derma wheel that I bought. So like I said before, I watched Craig the Writer Stewart. And he was talking about, long story short, he was talking about growing his edges on his hair. And I've been trying to find some things to help grow my edges because my edges, you know, are a little scarce up there. And I want to grow my edges back. So, what do you want? What do you want? Really?
I like this.
Really? Can I get back to the video? So anyway, he, you know, tells us little remedies and things that he do to grow his edges or whatever, and it seems to work. So one of the things he said that he uses is a derma wheel, and so I decided to buy one, and this is what it looks like. If it can focus or whatever. But I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to you're supposed to roll it on your edges, and I think it's supposed to help with create the blood flow, you know, or you know, within your head or whatever. So I don't know, we'll see if it works. But I got some other stuff coming, and if I remember, I'll show you guys that. I have not forgotten, I still have some items from Temu that I wanted to do like a Temu haul for you guys, like some household stuff. So I still need to make a video of that. Maybe I'll do it today, I don't know, because I have to go put this stuff up in her room, and I think I'm gonna try to work a little bit later. So I don't know, either I'll do it and I gotta do some other cleaning stuff. I don't know when I'll get to that video. But anyway, I really need to do the video because I want to start using my stuff, and I didn't want to open up things and use it before I showed you guys. So I still got to do that. But anyway, this is the end of the vlog. I hope you guys like, you know, the video. And don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like, and all that good stuff. Make sure you share the information and let people know that the Greenwich family is here. And make sure you like also. That helps, you know, push my videos out and stuff. But what else? There's something else I want to say. I don't know. Anyway, all right. So I will catch you guys on another video. Bye.